Well, hello, my name is Prime, and welcome back to this episode of ATS Showcases, and today we are here in Odessa, Texas. We're going to be heading down to Del Rio, hauling some Christmas gifts, a part of the Christmas Reflections event that is now on for ATS and ETS2, and today I'll be driving the Western Star 57X in a beautiful red metallic paint with, of course, the chrome accents, and it does work quite well with this trailer that you get to use when you're completing this community event. So let's go ahead and hop in the truck and get rolling. We've got a lot to talk about here because, oh, I just put the parking brake on. Big shock there. It's great to be back behind the wheel. I think that's kind of something that should be quite obvious. It has been some time now since I've been able to be behind the wheel of a just video here on the channel. To be honest, it's been quite a bit. It's been a wild ride within the last few weeks, especially, but even before that, stuff was ramping up in a way that I wasn't expecting. Long story short, plans were for me to be fairly more open nearing the end of December, although, you know, just kind of more standard busy stuff for what I do IRL, but in general it was supposed to be a little bit more spaced out and all fine. And then life smacked me across the face pretty much, and well, here we are. We're only, well, as of recording this, just shy of a week away from Christmas, and I really haven't done much in the month of December, and, well, we're back on the Texas DLC. Everything basically got put on hold, to be honest. I had to put my wheel stand away, and basically everything was devoted to stuff other than here on YouTube, other than some Prime News. I was able to get some Prime News done, which I was quite proud about, may I say. I was happy that I was able to at least do that. I do apologize in a sense, but there's only so much I can do, and I'm not going to kill myself to try and force a recording out, because I think you guys can probably tell if it's forced or not, but I don't know if you can tell. I'm just happy to be back here and recording. Now, I am going to say this. I have been, in the time that I've been kind of away from doing the actual recordings themselves, I have been doing some fairly, well, I want to say some fairly substantial upgrades. Unfortunately, graphics card is not one of those, but audio has changed a little bit. I don't know if you guys have been able to tell with some of the more recent Prime News. I'm going for not too much of a change in the sense of what you guys may notice, but what I've been able to do is make a fairly substantial change to my workflow. Makes things a lot easier. Now I can record everything, audio process in real time, everything done through OBS, one take, no audio sync. Just I can still edit audio tracks separately because I have multi-track recording enabled, but audio has taken a pretty substantial upgrade, and it is truly incredible to say that I'm able to do this with the device I have. That device being the Go XLR Mini, very fortunate to be able to do that, and I won't say exactly who donated the funds for that, because they did request that. It was more of a, you know, behind the scenes thing, but they truly deserve a lot of praise and a lot of thanks from me. Makes my life a whole lot easier, and I can't thank them enough. So that's why audio will be changing a little bit here and there. It's a work in progress, to be honest with you. And overall, I'm just hoping that it becomes nice and clear, or it is nice and clear, and hopefully everything works out quite well. I shouldn't have any more issues with audio corrupting on me, because I'm not now recording with two softwares at the same time. That was the problem with using Audacity and OBS. Sometimes priorities would be split between that and, of course, ATS, because fairly demanding for my PC between the few things, and sometimes, especially my voice, would get distorted, glitch out, or just do some weird stuff, and consistency was a big thing. Now, consistency is beautiful. I can control everything as much as I want. It is truly lovely, and it has changed the way that I can record. It makes things so much nicer. It took a bit to set up in the midst of everything going on as well. I didn't really have a ton of time to do so, but overall, I am just so happy with that upgrade. It makes my life so much easier. And once again, thank you to the people that went ahead and did that for me. You guys are legends. Truly incredible stuff. The support around here on the channel it just blows my mind. I don't create an ATS episode, or for that matter, any real episode, just a few Prime News episodes, which were pretty interesting, mainly on the Euro Truck Simulator 2 side because of some of the announcements there. But I'll do that in an ETS 2 video to come soon. But here on ATS, we really haven't had much in the line of news since the release, or since the last video release here of a showcase. But the one Prime News I did do since the release of the last ATS showcase was the announcement officially of the Oklahoma DLC for American Truck Simulator. Now, as far as I know, when I did do the recording for the last ATS showcase, I actually did know about Oklahoma. I'm just trying to remember back now. As far as I know, I did know about it. Whoa, slamming on the brakes! What are they doing? They don't have to slow down to, like, what, 5 miles an hour or less to take that turn? Like, you can go around a little, around a little faster, can't you, there, car? My word. And they're going straight. What were they doing? I mean, I was slowing down and all of a sudden they just slammed on the brakes. Like, brake checked me? What are they doing? You know, the AI never ceases to amaze me in this game. I'll just say that. Oh, that car's turning. Thanks for using the blinker real early there, bud. AI traffic. Welcome back to recording there, Prime. Yeah, thank you very much. Honestly, because it's been so long since I've done an episode, it may be a little rough on the commentary. A little rough around the edges, I won't lie about that. Hopefully it's semi-bearable, and hopefully the video is bearable as well. As I was mentioning with the upgrades, OBS has done a couple updates since I've last recorded, and changed some things majorly on the graphics side. OBS, long story short, had a pretty substantial upgrade to how the recording and presets work. Long story short, with what I can do, I just was able to boost some quality. Now, you guys probably won't notice I did change the method of recording slightly, so it more affects me on my side, but it does once again make my life so much easier and a little bit less of a hassle, and consistency should be so much better across the videos here, no matter what game they are. So hopefully you guys can notice that, or in some ways, hopefully you can't. I had it actually, for my system, I'd say pretty good on the quality, and or if not pretty much maximized to what I could do, and I ran that for quite some time. Overall, it worked quite well, and all I wanted to do with this is just really just increase it just that tiny bit more, and you'd really only notice it if I go to zoom in, to be honest with you. If I ever have to do a zoom in segment or whatever, that's probably when you're actually going to notice it. There's like no brakes in this Western Star. How much weight do we actually have? That's probably something I should know. How much weight do we actually have in this? That's 43,000 pounds, like basically 44,000 pounds worth of gifts. That's a lot of gifts. My word. Maybe that's why there's no brakes. I should have probably looked at that earlier in the delivery. Yeah, it's probably a good thing. But I haven't been over here in this area of Texas, and I decided to come back over here. Well, I mean, I had to be in Texas again. I kind of cut everyone short. I hadn't been on this, well, I guess really southwestern area of the map yet. And, well, it looks as we would expect, a lot more deserty, but truly incredible as per usual. And this is actually very interesting, kind of parallel road to the highway. Very interesting, I guess, in a way, trying to get over to the interstate itself, which, yes, it looks like we're getting onto the highway just up here. But yeah, no, it's with the changes, hopefully you guys kind of had a little bit of a squirrel moment there. Hopefully you guys don't really notice in a way the changes, but as long as they're better, if not the same, I'm happy. With everything that's been happening, I really want to just make sure that this was all good before. Oh, I gotta go left here. I wanted to make sure everything was set prior to really coming back, and I was able to spend a little bit of extra time once the absolute madness of my life basically got itself sorted. And now we're here, and I am so happy to have some now time. And moving into the new year, it should remain that way, that I can now go back to having some more consistent upload schedules, if they even exist for me. To be honest, within the last year, the term upload schedule has basically been absolutely thrown out the window. But honestly, I really want to have a little bit more of a consistent schedule, upload here, do what I really enjoy to do, and that's ultimately my goal. Now that stuff on the back end of doing these videos have been even more streamlined for myself, because ultimately time management is the biggest thing for me. Even though I feel like I'm pretty good at it, it's making sure I can maximize the time I have to record and do what I enjoy doing versus what I have to do outside of YouTube. So overall, these changes that I've done really moving forward are going to save me a ton of time. Means that I can get more content out to you guys faster, hopefully same quality across the board. I don't have to spend as much time fiddling with, for example, audio or video or doing whatever. You may have noticed within the last few ATS showcases especially, and even some of the other videos, there have been more kind of breaks and stuff throughout the video. That was because of either audio glitches or, for that matter, some video glitches as well, and that's why I really wanted to make a change. It was about time that something had to be done on the recording side, and the stars aligned really in terms of being able to be donated to the Go XLR, which was brand new, by the way, the Go XLR Mini. That basically made me, in a way, revamp how I record. Didn't have to, but it really kind of gave me that reasoning, like, yes, I've got to basically start from ground zero with a little bit, with the knowledge now that I have, which I've developed over, well, now a few years of doing this and different upgrades and learning as the process goes. Being able to apply that kind of right out the gate really helped with setting up stuff. And it will be all still a work in progress, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be good moving forward. I do have to say a huge thank you to everyone who's been sticking. Oh, here we go. Avoidance, accident avoidance number 2. I better check my pedal sensitivity. I honestly feel like it's not normal. I drove the Western Star 40, or this is not the 49X, the 57X, quite a bit before, well, kind of going on a hiatus there for a bit from doing this. And I had my foot all the way down on my pedals, and it was still not braking what it used to. So I don't know if I'll have to double check and see if a profile changed on my wheel and pedals itself, or if ATS, if I had changed it for a truck. Thinking about it, I may have actually reduced the braking sensitivity for the Lone Star, the International Lone Star. I'm pretty sure that truck generally has a pretty touchy brake system, so I may have actually dropped it for that last episode, and I probably forgot to turn it back up. So that's probably it. There we go, right back into it, eh? not even a break. Prime at his best. Back doing videos. Back basically wrecking it into AI traffic. It's a classic thing, to be honest. It probably will never change. I accept it, and we're just gonna laugh about it and move on. So what's happening around here then on the channel? Well, if you remember, before me having, you know, just absolute insanity in my life with other stuff outside of YouTube, I have basically been working on some, well, new projects that were going to be coming to the Prime Simulation world. Those are now actually going to be starting to roll out, so you guys will start to see that around the channel, more information about that very, very soon, now that stuff can kind of get back onto its schedule of what I had planned, now just being delayed a few months, really. Those can all start coming out. I am going to be starting to do other content other than just ATS and ETS2, obviously, and the Prime News. I'm going to be doing more racing and stuff like that. Going to get back into some of those other games that I do enjoy. Maybe even try some other new simulators as well, or just ones that I haven't done before. Those are all things that are to come here in 2023. Future is looking crazy bright, and as I was going to say before I nearly ran into another vehicle, I have to say a huge thank you to everyone who has been still supporting the channel, even during my really flaky kind of period here on the channel, in a period that is generally a very popular period on YouTube. A lot of people like to see new content this time of year, although in some cases you're getting absolutely inundated with videos every day. That's some styles, and some people really enjoy that. As much as I'd like to do some stuff more, I've got to, of course, manage my time. But I have to say a huge thank you to those who were new around here, who are still coming to the channel, subscribing, supporting, whether it's just by views, likes, monetary in some cases. I have to say huge thank you. It means a lot, even in the midst of me being absolutely swamped. Being able to either get notifications on comments, that nice positive comments, or seeing how for a Prime News video will do, or seeing how the channel's doing. And even though I may not be putting out main videos, oh, here we go, foot flat to the floor and still not doing it. I must have changed the braking sensitivity. Must have. It's either that or that's an excuse I'm doing just because I'm so rusty at this. But I'm good. I'm going off of what I used to do with all this, and with similar weight, and it just feels not quite right. So I'm gonna hope that is the braking sensitivity, and I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it is indeed. But no, it means a lot to say the least. To see the support around here, even though I may not be doing the same amount of content, or even for some matters content you guys may not everyone may enjoy. Everyone has different interests, but I do what I enjoy, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. And hopefully you can tell that I really enjoy doing it. I think you can. For those who've been around a while, you know, I do it because I really enjoy it. It's not the money. It's really not. I'm not turning left there. Or turning right there, sorry. It's not the money. I appreciate all the support, and it does, I won't lie, it makes things easier to be able to do certain upgrades and be able to plan for stuff like that, or do new games for example. But I do it because I enjoy doing this. I love the interaction I get here on the videos. You guys are amazing in the comments, always liking the videos. All the new people who come and join in on the channel, the Primetimer community, you guys are amazing. This is something that I do enjoy, and it brings a smile to my face. And I don't know, this video is going to be kind of hard to kind of keep a commentary flow going, because one, it's the first longer recording I've done in absolute ages, and two, I am still kind of recovering mentally and in a bit physically from the past while that I've been going through. It's no word of a lie, it's been pretty much every moment of the day, even though I try and take breaks, pretty much every moment of the day thinking something about the tasks I had at hand. Unfortunately, it stems from it's one of those things in the world where no matter really what position you're in, no matter how organized you are, odds are there'll be some unorganized person above you, and generally those last minute unorganized things that they've been pushing off end up getting it put on your plate. And in my case, that was a lot. Even though I'd been in contact, let's just say, with the person quite a bit, and I can say all this because no one actually knows who I am from where I work and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. I've been in contact with them a lot, and needless to say, nothing was really done. They kept brushing it off, saying, oh, it's all fine, it won't be that much, whatever, you know, we'll get to it. A couple weeks go by, if not a couple weeks, a couple months, and deadlines are coming up, and we have well, just, I won't say a specific number, but a boatload of things that then are apparently due, and that they basically just divvied up. They don't want to deal with all on top of what I've already got having for other things, what I'm already committed to, and they just divvy it up on you. Don't give you any choice. Here are the deadlines. Do it. And then they just take a couple little things and then basically go on their merry way doing their own stuff. I'll try not to be too frustrated because that's not how I want to do it. I don't want to completely rant to you guys. This is supposed to be kind of a finally back behind the wheel, kind of welcome back, but I do want to be honest. I'm gonna need probably an episode or two to warm back up and kind of almost relax again. This is so therapeutic, and I haven't, to be honest, that was also a thing, I haven't been able to do this just off camera as well during that time, because as I mentioned, I couldn't have my wheel set up at my my main desk where I do where my main PC is and stuff like that. That was being used for other things. So it meant that I really didn't have this outlet. And to be honest, it was probably, in a way, it's probably good that I didn't do recordings during that, because during the peak of that, because you would have been able to tell I was just basically mentally done, mentally, emotionally, just, you know, I was getting to a point where, and even still, I've needed a few days even to do this video. The Prime News videos, at least I can kind of mask it up a bit. They're short, they don't take much time to do, and record them in a bit of segments generally anyways, and so you really can't actually tell that they may take a few takes to do, or if I mess stuff up, or if I'm not remembering things. These videos, you can really tell if I slip up. I don't try and cut them out. I'm human, I make mistakes, that's all fine. I'm gonna brake really early here. Man alive, there's like no brakes in this truck. Maybe I gotta get it surfaced, who knows. But yeah, you would have been able to tell. Just simple as that. There would have been no hiding it, and it wouldn't have been enjoyable. And I probably would have just done, honestly, an even worse rant than today. So I just decided, you know what? You guys are truly amazing. I know you guys will have my support. I'm not going to force anything on myself, let alone you guys, to watch and basically suffer through if it's that bad. Hopefully this video turns out fine. I know it's a bit of just more of a Prime Life talking head thing without my head, because, you know, no face cam or anything possibly yet, you know. That may come in the future. I'd like it to come in the future at some point, but it's a very needed episode. Honestly, it's a bit one that I need to just kind of do. It may be a little bit more rough around the edges, may not be the greatest one of all time, even though it had some classic Prime moments, that's for sure. It's much needed. It's much needed for me mentally, and I think for you guys to catch up and kind of see, you know, what have I been going through, without, you know, going into certain details, kind of get you caught back up. I like to keep you guys in the loop on this stuff, as much as I can. It's kind of, I owe it to you guys in a sense. You guys allow me to have this platform where I get to do what I truly enjoy and have the interaction, and you guys, well, I could have gone. I just sat through a full left turn light. So we'll sit here and continue talking, because why not? You guys allow me to be able to have this platform, have the reach that I do even at this point, and the continued growth of the reach. That all just continues to happen. Simple as that. You guys are truly amazing, and I know that you guys will kind of you'll have my back here. Kind of know what no matter what happens. Even if I take a break, I know a lot of you were DMing me on the Prime Simulation Discord channel, link down below, hint hint. That was a bad Seamus plug. I'm so sorry. A lot of you were DMing me there, and, you know, saying, take all the time you need, don't worry, we're here. That meant a lot. I tried to keep an eye on that as much as I could in the midst of stuff, so at least I had some communication with you guys. But it's those things that really mean a lot. It's also things that help me a lot as well, knowing that there's a great community of people all across the world that are willing to kind of just wait and let me have the moments I need, and will enjoy anything that I put out. That's the kind of stuff that really motivates me to do this, besides what I just already enjoy doing it. The extra effort that goes through is, you know, recording and the occasional YouTube frustrations, because that happens, because YouTube. It's the best definition. That's all worth it whenever I get to see how much you guys enjoy these videos and the interaction we get. So let's test my reversing skills now that I have been away for a while. Hopefully it's not atrocious. I mean, it's actually, you know what? It's actually not too bad. It's not too bad indeed. It's been a good delivery, although I must have changed braking settings. I'm very adamant on it, and I'm sure I have. I'll put in the description of the video if I found that I did actually change the braking sensitivity. But hey, that was actually a pretty nice reverse, if you say so myself. Not too snazzy or shabby, whatever. It is snazzy, not too shabby. Whatever. thank you guys so much for watching. What an episode. What a great way to come back behind the wheel. Bit of a Prime rant, to be honest. But I think it was a much needed episode. And from now on, or at least as far as I know, it's going to be going back to what it used to be, where we'll have a couple more longer term videos a week and some Prime news, you know, that kind of good stuff. A little bit more variety here on the channel as well. That is all stuff that is to come, and a few other exciting things that you'll have to keep an eye out around the channel for more information. Once again, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.